Podcast City Network.
It is time to play.
You're listening to ELS. Let's go! Uncut.
No doubt.
Put your drinks up!
Okay.
Now we come to the payoff.
Let's rock.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your Saturday night ELS Uncut. I'm Everett Lee. You can follow Everett Lee and ELS Uncut on Facebook, The Everett Lee Show, and on Twitter at The Everett _Lee. We got a hell of a flippity fuck program tonight. Unfiltered, unraw, uncut. Tonight, joining me on the podcast is two co-hosts that love hanging out with Everett Lee for ELS Uncut because they can remove that filter. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the podcast tonight is none other than one half of the co-owners of Podcast City Network. He is the co-owner, public and talent relations, Chris Cartage.
Hey fans, I guess that means I have the gift of gab because I can come out here and just rip off the filter. Because at the end of the day, we are here for ELS Uncut.
That's right. And joining me, as always, David C. Russell of Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
Hello, Everett, Lee, and Chris fucking Carnage. How are you guys tonight? What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. Not much. I mean, we pretty much have a hell of a program tonight, man.
Hell of a program.
We do.
Nice.
We do. It's just freaking awesome because everything that's going on tonight, and we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. And right now, I'm taking a link right now, and I'm basically sharing it on Facebook right now so to let the people know that we are live. In living color, baby.
Live.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Gotta put some spec on its name.
Uh-huh. Yep. Let me go ahead and put that out there. And I have some announcements I want to get off my chest, you know. That's basically what I want to do and I love to do. So, as Conan would say from WCW, let me speak on this. Tonight, Podcast City Network is live here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Podcast City Network. And you can find more content of podcast shows on podcastcity.net. You can follow them on Facebook, Podcast City Network, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net. And supporters of the show is City Limits Taproom in DeLand, Florida. Home of Draft Day and home of the 1-year anniversary of Podcast City Network. Head over to City Limits Taproom in DeLand, Florida for a wide selection of brew on tap, food menu. The grilled cheese is excellent. And indoor and outdoor TV, sporting events, indoor and outdoor, and a stage in the back for live entertainment. All at City Limits Taproom in DeLand, Florida. Atlantic Sound Records in Daytona Beach. Hit them up over on Facebook, Atlantic Sound Records. Or if you're in town, stop by off of International Boulevard in Daytona Beach. You may find that vinyl CD or cassette you may have lost at one point. And if they have something that you want, or if they don't have something that you want, they can order it for you. So hit Atlantic Sound Records up in Daytona Beach and over on Facebook, Atlantic Sound Records. SportsSanityCustoms.com, the official merch of PodcastCity.net t-shirts. Hit them up for your apparel needs and designs and much, much more. And 3 Count Design, the new design logo and network friend and supporter, like my dog is just agreeing with me right now, that will design those custom apparel tees for you at your needs. So hit up 3 Count Designs over on Facebook. And we cannot forget Kentucky's Own Wrestling. Kentucky's Own Wrestling owner, the true master of wrestling ring music, Hurricane JJ McGuire, brings you talent from the best roster in indie wrestling on Kentucky's Own Wrestling. Kentucky's Own Wrestling, all the way, baby. And this is all brought to you by Podcast City Network around Podcast City Net. Well, Mr. Carnage, do we have someone that's going to be calling in tonight? And I think they're calling right now.
Look at that.
Let me turn them up. Hello, caller.
Hey,
you are on ELS Uncut.
How you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Mr. Chris Carnage, why don't you introduce our guests calling us tonight?
Oh, we have none other than the one and only Tony Rodriguez of Morphtees, coming out with great designs and great ideas to you, the fans.
Wow, thanks a lot, guys. Definitely, I just want to thank you guys and ELS Uncut, Chris and Everett, and of course the host, David Russell, for having me on tonight. It's just a pleasure being here.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. We definitely do love having you on, and I think you just boosted David Russell's ego there, calling him the host of the show tonight.
Oh yeah,
I'm the host.
He's the host. It's all good, man. It is all good. It's all good.
Most definitely. But one thing we want to know, a lot of people are watching us right now, and they're wondering, who is this guy? Who is Tony Rodriguez? What can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, me, I'm just a 52-year-old, I guess, Spanish guy. Let me see. Of course, I'm married, 28 years. I have 3 kids, 3 grandchildren. I was born and raised in New York City, El Barrio, Spanish Harlem. I'm a military vet, Army.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I became a corrections officer right after that. After 9/11, I decided to move to Florida. I became a detention deputy. I did that for like 12 years, and then I got tired of the negativity. And just me and my wife and my family decided to start a restaurant. We did actually really good, maybe too good, that I burnt out my family, and I had to decide whether restaurant or the family. Of course, the restaurant had to go, and all of my, investments went along with it. So, of course, I had to shoot right back down to security. And right now, I'm doing security, and I do a food truck that I own on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very nice.
It is.
No, it's definitely an interesting background, but with that, how does that lead you into getting into designing clothing and apparel?
Well, you see, I've always had a love, I guess, for poetry and art, and every time I put on this YouTube kind of stuff, you always see tees on YouTube, T-shirts, and
Right.
I'm like, wow, I see people making all kinds of beautiful designs and sometimes even crazy designs, and I said, let me give it a shot. And of course, the first couple of designs are just plain, and and that's how basically the apparel thing was born.
Very nice, very nice. Now, with that though, I've seen some of your works, really wonderful stuff. But the one thing that definitely intrigued me that you approached me with was the Morphtee. How did you come up with the idea for the Morphtee?
Wow, the Morphtee. You know that little kids nowadays, they wear these shirts where they have like a little ball player or a soccer player designed basically on the shirt themselves. And I always said to myself, like, man, that's, it looks cool, but inside of you, we always have like on your shoulders, let's say, make believe, a little devil, a little angel, and they're always talking to you, hey, do this or don't do that, and you're the one who's always deciding in the middle. So I said, how about bringing something like that? I guess making it kind of like making them like morphing them into something like real kind of stuff. I guess I don't know, making them lifelike, basically.
Right.
And basically, that's basically what it. I guess what I made them as. But people see them as wrestlers, as MMA characters, which is okay with me. But it just represents the struggles, basically my everyday struggles. On one side you have a devil, on the other side you have an angel, and in the middle you have the referee, which is me, and it's saying, hey, break it up. I'm going to decide right now. Let's go do, what we got to do, basically.
Right.
Very nice, very nice. I love that concept and I love that idea, and the design is really, really great. And I've seen a lot of your work. What can we expect from you in the future?
Man, well, Chris, as you know, I would love to continue doing, all kinds of different works with you, but I could see this branding off to becoming something big, where not just wrestling, boxing, MMA, maybe having big fighters, their faces on the shirts themselves. I mean, it can go big. So, I think with you and me and everybody else that wants to partake in it, I don't care. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is definitely a wonderful idea. And we actually already have it live now on the podcastcity.net website. If you go on to podcastcity.net/shop, you can go right to our new shop page that is now live on podcastcity.net. And under featured apparel, you'll see the Morphtee apparel collection by Tony Rodriguez, including the Morphtee, and a link for you to go buy now. So definitely go check that out. And check out all of Tony Rodriguez's other work, too, and his full line of apparel at teespring.com. And if you have any questions or anything that you need to ask, MorphTeeShirts at gmail.com. That's MorphTeeshirts at gmail.com. Tony, we've really loved having you on. Thank you so much for joining us.
Tony,
and
Tony,
can't wait to see everything.
Tony, I'm actually going to send you a Deathmatch Russell podcast shirt. I'd like to send you one of my products.
Man. Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
That is
Thank you,
awesome.
guys.
That is.
I'll get your later.
That is.
Very nice,
I
very
ended
nice.
up screenshotting right there, showing everyone, the viewers right now, viewing the live stream right now tonight on the website right there. If you, just like Chris mentioned, if you head over to podcastcity.net and the shop section right there, you'll be able to check out the shirt that Tony just mentioned right there on the front right there. And it looks fantastic, man. It does.
It looks fantastic.
It does.
That is
Awesome, man.
Definitely does.
Awesome.
Definitely. But thank you so much again for joining us, Tony. And we can't wait to see all the future work you're going to be coming out with. And hopefully this Morphtee, I think, is going to go places, because I know I'm going to get one. So we're definitely going to see what happens.
No, I'm going to order one.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I already love it, man. Awesome
guys.
design. Awesome. I love it.
All righty.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
us. And
much.
have yourself a wonderful night.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you. All right.
Wow. That was really
Wow.
Oh,
awesome.
man.
That
This is really nice. You look at this design, man. That is great stuff there. Like, for real. It was really great stuff.
it is. It is. Did you see that, David?
Text,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm going to go actually look at it.
Yeah, check it out, man. Check it out. It is awesome, and the designs and the idea I think is fantastic. I definitely do.
Absolutely.
I think
He
it's.
can do. I think he's going to be something that you guys can use, and maybe I can use too. We have to talk to him.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Definitely.
you know, we all work together. We can all get something good. But business is business. Let's get talking something else.
okay, host of the show.
Yes.
I love that. I love that, man. I love that. Well, you know what, David? At least your ego got stroked tonight, man.
Where is it?
David, all I ask you tonight is you just don't get.
Fickle, fickle,
Fickle.
fickle, 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 fickle.
Because tonight we just want to
Let's rock.
and just get it on. Now, David, there's some stuff that we would like to discuss with you tonight here on ELS Uncut. You're not in trouble. But the thing is that you've been pretty busy here lately. In the last 2 months, you've been doing a lot and stuff, and you've acquired some sponsorships and stuff for Deathmatch Wrestle. Can you tell us about the one apparel that you've acquired? What is that again?
What is that? Collar and Elbow. That's right, Collar and Elbow. You go click on their website and actually go click on, type in Deathmatch Russell, or use the promo code Deathmatch Russell, and save 10% on a purchase of Collar and Elbow. Where street fashion meets profession, street fashion, something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure fashion.
Sure fashion.
I
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I got you. I gotta fucking rib on David, man. I definitely got to fucking rib on him. Now, what's the other thing that's going on with you, David? Because you acquired on your own, you went out on your own, and you nabbed this, man. What are you sponsoring? What are you sponsoring out in the world of wrestling?
That's right, my neck of the woods of New Jersey. I'm finally in touch with some local promotions in the area, wrestling promotions, and I want to say shout out to After Dark Pro Wrestling, Chad Mines, for letting me be a part of the wrestling team and help promote a lot of the upcoming shows and much more. And stay tuned, because February 1st we're going to have a live podcast with him, the owner of After Dark Wrestling, Chad Mines, on, and also check it out, fans. February 8th, live from the venue, Deathmatch Russell podcast. We'll go live with the one and only Everett Lee, as we'll be bringing you coverage from the event. So check it out on Podcast City Network.
I have it right here. Here's a screenshot right here. He's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Pro Wrestling After Dark, Lucha Libre, and some other stuff I cannot fucking read. The Shot Show. Friday, February 8th, 2019, on 434 Vineland, Moose 187 Wheat Road, Vineland, New Jersey. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time at 7:30 p.m. You can find more out.
Oh, not only can I mention, I'm going to have on Tuesday night also, I'm going to be having the one and only John Wayne Murdoch of the Rejects on my podcast, because he's going to one-on-one with Logan Black. And stay tuned, fans, in the building.
Nice. Do you have a thing up on your page there promoting that?
Not yet. I will put that up this week.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and I'll just
Type that up.
okay. All right. I just want to make sure, because, I mean, hell, you got a lot going on. Chris, you got a lot going on too, man. I mean, it's getting close. It's getting close to the freaking. It's getting close to what, playoffs We're right now in the middle of playoffs, aren't we? Or getting down to the nitty-gritty on who's going to be going to the Super Bowl. Am I correct? What do we got going on?
Oh, absolutely. There is so much going on. We have Perry down the teams. Sadly, my Philadelphia Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey let the ball go right through his hand.
Let's give them
and
this.
It was intercepted by the Saints defense to steal the win. And the Saints are going to the NFC Championship game to face the LA Rams at Mercedes-Benz Stadium or the Superdome or whatever they're calling it these days in New Orleans tomorrow. And I tell you what, I'm sad the Eagles didn't make it, but the Saints are a great team, and I'd love to see Drew Brees continue to go on against that vaunted Rams defense featuring Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters and guys like who's that guy? Oh yeah, and Ndamukong Suh. Just saying, and oh yeah, Aaron Donald over there on the outside, and the team is stacked. But if anybody's up for the challenge, it will be the New Orleans Saints with the great attack of Drew Brees to Michael Thomas to Alvin Kamara to Mark Ingram. It doesn't matter. The Saints score, and score some more. It's what they're good at, and that's why Drew Brees is having a stellar year to get them back to the NFC Championship game. But on the AFC side of things, you have the New England Patriots, who ended up upsetting the San Diego Chargers at home to now move forward to face the Kansas City Chiefs, who had that wild blizzard game. Oh, my goodness, what a game. It was, I think, 26 degrees at kickoff, but there was just snow everywhere. Ended up coming out on top, and now they're going to move on to face at home the New England Patriots. And the problem that they're going to have is that at game time kickoff, it should be about 15 degrees. So definitely weather is going to be a factor when you're looking at this one. Tom Brady always plays good no matter what the weather is, but Patrick Mahomes has had his worst statistical games while playing in really cold weather. So we'll see what will happen. But when you have the amount of weapons that they have, anything could happen. Young quarterback making all kinds of crazy throws. They even came out in on the score that I read earlier, where in practice this man is making all kinds of insane throws under the leg, behind the back, all kinds of stuff. So at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes will find a way to get it done. I have the Kansas City Chiefs beating the New England Patriots 24-20 to advance to Super Bowl 53, and the Saints in a stellar classic is going to pull it out 32-31 against the LA Rams and move on to the Super Bowl.
Do you think? Or are you sure?
Absolutely.
That's a pretty bold prediction, man. I gotta say,
110% Chris Carnage guaranteed.
I know. I cannot believe I can't believe the freaking Eagles are not in the damn Super Bowl again.
Only because Alshon Jeffrey had the ball go through his hands, and it wasn't his fault. Things happen, and it just happened to still hang in the air, and they got the pick. Had they gotten that, they would have been inside the 20-yard line with plenty of time to be able to have that Nick Foles magic and be bombing that ball into the end zone, and the Eagles would have taken it. But everybody makes mistakes, and Alshon Jeffrey took it upon himself to say that it was his fault they lost the game. But at the end of the day, it was a great showing to come all the way back to 9-7 and make playoffs, winning in the last 3 games of the season with Nick Foles taking over for an injured Carson Wentz, who had the spiral fracture in his vertebrae. So at the end of the day, what are you going to do? We did everything we could, and we won a great divisional round game against a stellar Chicago Bears team on the road at Soldier Field. So the Eagles have nothing to be ashamed of. They had a great showing, and we move on to next year.
Yeah,
Move on.
yeah, they did. I was hoping that they would actually get back into the Super Bowl, because I mean, God, man, it just gets me that they didn't. Because we know the Patriots are going to go.
I was hoping that with the Foles magic, things would be different, because in the Week 11 matchup between the Saints and the Eagles, Carson Wentz went out and threw 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and we got drubbed 48-7. So at the end of the day, for them to come out and have the kind of showing they did, to show the heart, to show the will, to show the determination, there's nothing that you can hold against this team. They put it all out there on the field. Just didn't work out in the end.
Nah, it didn't. It didn't. And I just... I don't know what to expect, because I enjoyed last year sitting there at City Limits Tap Room watching the Super Bowl with you. Grimlock, Mr. Grimlock, for Derek from the Grimlock Show.
Oh yeah,
we were sitting there.
the good old beer guy.
I know.
That was
our
the
beer
happiest
guy.
I think I'd ever been. You know, it's funny. We talked. I have a little app on my phone called Sweat Coin, where if you take a certain amount of steps, you gain money and all this.
Right.
Now, it's a step counter at the end of the day. Normally, I took, at that time, about 8,000 to 9,000 steps a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the Super Bowl, I think I walked 15,000, 16,000 steps because all I did was pace back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
You did, and
I was so nervous.
And I have someone right next to me that can actually vouch for that. You're probably like, what are you talking about?
Yes, you did. Well, I just realized you can see me through the TV.
No.
Yes, you can. Look at the picture where we're showing, and I'm right there.
Hold on. She's cutting out. Hold on. I got to fix her. I got to fix her mic. Yeah.
No, you can look at the TV and see me.
I can see you right there. I see you. I can see you.
But you can't make out the damn picture.
You can tell it's me. You could tell someone's sitting
No,
there.
I can't tell. No one's sitting there. I can't tell. Look, no, there's nothing. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know she was sitting there until she started talking.
I see Jim Cornette.
Yeah, and then you started, and then you pointed it out. Hey, look,
All I see is an edge of an arm currently.
I know. That's all you see. That's all you freaking see. She's nervous because her reflection is coming off the TV. You can't really make out. You can't really fucking make it out. You can't. If you go to my camera, look, okay, you can kind of see her. Okay, you kind of see her. What do you want me to hang up a sheet? What the fuck? You want me to hang up a sheet?
Continue talking what you were talking
All right. You're going to love this next topic we're going to be talking about. Chris, you pulled up some really good points in sports. Okay. You pulled up some really good stuff. I know, I hate to say it, the Patriot. I'm going to give a shout out real quick to Jade Phoenix from the Phoenix Gate. She's on the chat right now.
See you next week.
Yeah.
See you next week. Yep, that's right. For the Podcast Scene
That's
Network
right.
1 year anniversary, which we'll get to here in a little bit, man. Which we'll get to
You
here in a
still
little
haven't
bit.
told me what I'm doing.
We'll talk about that off camera.
Can't give away all of our secrets.
I know.
Yeah.
And she's close to Fort Knox.
She's like, you still haven't told me what I'm doing. I'm like, baby, we'll talk about that after we get off air tonight. I'll let you know what you're doing.
Yeah, we should go, man.
Okay, continue on. I'll talk to you later about that.
All right. I want to ask you guys, have you heard a lot about anything going around with wrestling this
I
week?
have.
You have.
Yes, I heard. I heard the Revival and Mike and Maria want to get out of their contract.
Yes. Did
Snap.
Yeah. Did you
See,
hear about
I
that?
finally know something for once.
I know. I can't believe it. I can't believe it when I read about that Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis, want out of their damn contracts, man. Do you blame them?
Given what's been going on with WWE Creative and everything with backstage politics, this is probably the best thing for them to do because they are not being utilized in any kind of way, shape, or form.
From what I
so
read,
why not move on to better competition at this point? Because we all know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
well, she
Where are they
says
gonna
they're
go?
doing live events, but
Yeah.
they're not on TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're not even on TV.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Hello, AEW. and Cody Rhodes will no longer say "fuck the Revival." He's gonna say "welcome the Revival."
Exactly.
What is he trying to say?
Now I pulled this up just right now, okay, from Pro Wrestling Sheets. Maria Kanellis released a statement denying that she requested her release from WWE. Ooh. Pro Wrestling Sheets reported this week that she and Mike Kanellis asked WWE to release them from their contracts. According to Maria, however, that's not entirely true. Quote, I did not ask for my release, she wrote on her Instagram. Speculation and rumors are running rampant. Someone is playing all wrestling news sites. For what it's worth, we've had multiple sources confirm the story from Pro Wrestling Sheets, plus additional publications have since confirmed their request was denied. It's also worth noting that Pro Wrestling Sheets reached out to the couple prior to a comment prior to the publishing of the article, and they were told no comment. What is your speculation on that, guys?
Exactly.
Insert fart sound here.
Insert fart sound here. I got this one.
The royal flush.
Yeah.
The
Now-
royal flush indeed.
Now check this out, okay? That's what Pro Wrestling Sheets says, okay? All right, Pro Wrestling Sheets, that's what they reported, okay? Now, that was 1 day ago, okay? 2 hours ago, all right? Check this out, 2 hours ago.
2 hours.
Hours ago.
2 hours ago, that another WWE source confirmed that Mike and Maria Kanellis asked for their release.
Whatever.
I know.
That's all I know about wrestling. I
It's
haven't
so
watched
ridiculous.
wrestling in weeks.
Yeah. All right. Now this is what WrestlingNews.co says, that on Wednesday it was reported by Pro Wrestling Sheets that Mike and Maria Kanellis requested their release from WWE. As of today, there's no statement from Mike Bennett. Let's say Mike Bennett and say Kanellis. Mike Bennett. Okay, that's his real name, the Miracle Mike Bennett, on the story, and and Maria denied it. They also checked around, and they were told,
denied the miracle.
I know she didn't.
Sorry, Chris Gardner's is having too much fun this evening. If you definitely keep on watching us, I'm sure the content will get better.
It will.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
There's fart sound. I found it on the board though, but they were told that that Ryan Satin's story is accurate, and they did indeed request.
Wow.
And it was denied. It was denied. So what the hell's going on? He said, she said, he said, she said. All right, they asked for the release. Denied. Oh, I didn't ask for the release. Bullshit. You know what it is, just like you said. Just like you said. Other wrestling promotions, they're looking at other wrestling promotions, and they want to go to it. You know?
Just let the drama.
Yeah, it's like
over.
It's like high school drama, exactly.
Move
And at the
on.
end of the day, we all know what's going to happen. Everybody, they're going to leave. They're going to separate. They're going to get the Future Endeavor line from WWE on the website, and they're going to go to AEW.
And all that other.
Yeah.
Aren't they afraid that all the rest of them will leave, though?
All the what?
That
Well, the other
definitely-
wrestlers will leave.
You know what? She does pull up a good point if you think about it, Chris.
And here's the thing with that, is that with how the contracts work with WWE, once you sign on the dotted line, you're locked in and cannot work for any other promotion whatsoever. And with that, you are locked into the end of your contract no matter what, unless you ask for your release, and only WWE can grant it. So at that point, WWE always holds all the cards in those types of situations.
But-
That's why we hear these stories when you end up with wrestlers that want to approach them and be like, can I have my release? And if it makes sense, so then they'll be like, okay. But if it doesn't, or if they just want to try and hold on, or power trip even, because we are talking about Vince McMahon here, then they're going to be like, nah, have fun on the live events.
Don't they have
So-
like 90 days after wrestling that they have to wrestle? Then they
Yeah.
can wrestle somewhere else.
Yeah, they got that 90-day
Yeah.
clause. Remember that? Like 90
Yeah,
days. They can't
it's a
do
no
nothing.
compete clause.
Yeah.
But I
It's
would
a
be
standard no compete
afraid
clause. Yeah.
of all the ones that are hurt, or they're, because I heard Dolph Ziggler was even thinking of not signing his contract again.
Yeah.
What it comes up to is that, a lot of these guys are only signed on like 1, 2, 3 year deals, sometime 5 if you're a big name, but most of these guys are on 1 to 3 year contracts. So if you're able to write it out, and with how the ebbs and flows of wrestling can be, when you have larger promotions, they at least last for a little bit, whether it's good or bad. I mean, look at TNA. So at the end of the day, if you can ride out to the end of your contract like AJ Styles is coming up on the end of his this April, then you end up in a situation where you could just not re-sign, wait the end of your contract, wait for your no-compete clause, but still go sign with another promotion. As long as you're not wrestling.
And we know
that's the key.
You know what promotions are really hot in the market right now. They just signed somebody else.
Oh, yes.
And that might be from All Elite Wrestling. Of course, Hangman Page just signed a contract this week.
Yeah,
that he did. That's another.
Yeah.
You got Pac, Hangman Page. Look at all Chris Jericho's officially signed. Johnny Mundo's going to be working with him.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
That Adam Cole was thinking about going.
Adam Cole leaving NXT. Everybody wants to go to All Elite Wrestling. They do. They do. I mean,
it's where it's at.
It's going to be it's the hottest thing on the market right now.
But how long
really
will
is.
it be hot, though?
Well, here's the thing I look at is that no matter how you want to, break down the cookie, is that the cookie is a lot larger than what the WWE has, meaning the fact that the financial backers for AEW have much, much, much deeper pockets than the McMahon family.
What?
And that's something that's unprecedented. That hasn't really happened since Ted Turner was in the game. So with that being said, if they really want to throw money at it, they could really throw money at it. And there's been a lot of rumors even of TV deals with the CW or CBS and all kinds of different outlets. We're getting to the point now where once those kind of things are coming out, we're going to really start seeing more full-rounded how the business structure is going to work and to what level of money they're really putting into this.
Yeah.
They'll probably do Twitch. Watch. They'll go involved with it. Yeah.
They're going to follow our idea. Follow our lead.
I know. Well, our idea. Our freaking idea.
What freaking idea?
Just saying.
Hey, you're franchise, right?
Be a franchise player. It's like everybody, like I say, the Everett Lee show, always imitated but never duplicated.
That is true.
Why would anybody want to duplicate you?
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
What you doing, woman? I'm gonna get my pimp hand right here, and we're gonna have a talk. Oh damn! You should have seen that look. But
I feel like if it was really lasers coming out of her eyes, it just would have melted your head.
Oh god, my head would explode. We'd have to relive the McShaft moment where he was talking about my head exploding still in my fucking face. Remember that?
Yeah.
You have the hammer behind you. Watch out.
Watch out. I got this.
Oh no.
I'm so afraid of Thor's
Hey
hammer.
baby, you like my big hammer? You want to get hammered?
No.
I thought this was a family program.
Hey baby.
Here's Johnny.
Hey baby.
I'm gonna hit you in the head. You put that down.
You know what?
Man, he is walking a fine line.
I will make you.
Make me what?
Do you really want me to start?
No.
You want to embarrass
Playing
yourself?
with fire.
Okay, then put that down.
Oh god.
This is war.
This means war. Now, talking about releasing and wanting releases, I have the thing about the revival right here if you want to hear about this.
Let's do it.
Basically, earlier this week, after their match with the Lucha House Party on Monday Night Raw, the revival and Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder asked for the release from WWE management, according to Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer Radio. While the revival requested to release, Meltzer added in the latest edition of the Observer newsletter that the release has not been granted yet. He noted that no releases are being granted to anyone asking for them, quote, for obvious reasons. There you go.
AEW.
There you go. And of course, Pro Wrestling Sheets again. I don't think I'm going to go back to that fucking website, man, because it sounds like they're not getting their shit right. I've heard stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, these are the guys who get their information all messed up, cross-messed. A lot of people get mad at them because they just miscommunication. But if you really look at it, look at the use of the revival, man. Look at the use of them and how they've used them. Yeah, they've crapped on them. They were freaking awesome, okay, in NXT. Now that basically
a familiar theme.
What? It's a theme.
A familiar theme.
Yeah, it's a familiar damn theme when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, what was it? Tyler Breeze was great at NXT.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
you watch him and
he went back.
Yeah, he went back to put Ricochet over, which was great.
Oh, he went back?
He went back for that one time, though, but he loved it, man, and he put on a hell of a match against Ricochet. You know, it's just like how freaking like Triple H talked about, like we talked about last week on ELS Uncut. We talked about how Triple H is basically wanting to send talent back to NXT and then go back to the main roster and come back to NXT and to help talent. Okay, it's what we talked about last week. You know,
it's exactly like what we talked about last week.
Yeah, it
that's
definitely
what's crazy
is.
about it is that they're trying to do this sharing game while also opening other branches of NXT across the world, and it just seems to me like, what are you now, a farm system for wrestling, or are you just trying, like, what's really they trying to do? Because think about it, you open up all these NXTs and you end up with products all around the world. Are they trying to make a global WWE to basically what we have would just be the American standard, and now there might be other versions of Raw and SmackDown that travels other countries and does their touring in other countries?
Yeah.
Or is this going to end up being something where you truly are trying to feed the future of wrestling into your main roster? But at the end of the day, you know, they're already starting to water down and completely alienate certain talent just because there's too much on the main roster. So at that point, what do you do?
Exactly.
That's what's ridiculous. They have no idea what they're doing at this point. They're kind of just, I feel like, taking crap, flinging it against the wall, and seeing if it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what they're doing.
They are, and it's messed up because it's just like throw anything against the wall to make it stick. Because if it sticks, it's gonna work. It's a great idea. If not, then we're gonna have something else. We're gonna throw it against the damn wall and see if that shit sticks.
They put all their work into Roman Reigns that they didn't care about anybody else, and now they're screwed because Roman's not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very
plain
true.
and simple.
Very, very true.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't have a big name. They don't have a John Cena.
I think Seth Rollins could be, as big, but they need to push him. And they're starting to push him a little bit here and there, but they need to push him. He's great as a bad guy and great as a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He has talent. It's talent. He has charisma. And his ring work freaking works. Right?
Definitely works, because at the end of the day, when you look at the history of what he's been able to do, it's always been top notch. And a lot of people might want to give him crap, sure, about the whole thing with Finn Balor about getting him injured and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it was a crazy move, crazy spot. That's wrestling, dude. Get over it. He hasn't really injured anybody since. Well, except maybe good old Sting. But at the end of the day, that's been the only one. So stop crapping on the guy. Let him do what he does, and guess what? He's going to put butts in the seats. So
yeah,
because
I don't see what the issue is.
What was it when they were? What group were they? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember the group.
The Shield.
The Shield.
Shield.
Yes.
Yeah, Shield.
I would tell Mr. Everett here that Seth Rollins was the main guy, not Roman Reigns. And do you remember that? I always said that Seth was so much better than Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
She did, because when they did that thing where basically the Shield was really making a name for themselves, and it's funny, a while back ago, I found on YouTube they did the Best of the Shield, like Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I was laughing because in the early days, I liked the early days of the Shield for the fact, Chris and David, that they would come out to the ring and they just beat the crap out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
People be out in the ring. Here they come. They come down. They just surround the ring. They get in there and just beat the crap out of everybody. I think it was like, what was it? They beat the crap out of freaking like, what was it? The guys, the dancers, the Funkasaurus.
The Funkadactyls.
Yeah, the Funkadactyls thing. Brodus Clay. And then Tensei A-Train. He's changed his name about 4 million times, Albert, Prince Albert, A-Train, Tensei, Sweet Tea, whatever the hell his name is, Matt Bloom, who's like the head trainer now at NXT. Yeah, they're out there in the freaking Shield.
And he's in the UK now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Shout out to the UK.
UK NXT is great. It is. But the Shield, yeah. I remember like when they were breaking them off, letting them do singles matches against, I think it was like CM Punk, and he was feuding with the Shield. Remember that? It was right around at the end towards his career, his WWE career.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he was out there and he wrestled Ambrose one-on-one. Fantastic fucking match. Then he wrestled Seth, and that's when Mrs. Everett Lee said, "Hey, that's the guy. That is the guy." And fantastic. I didn't think much of him. He didn't say much. But what his ring work basically spoke, and it was like, damn, this guy's great.
Can I jump in and tell you something about Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to tell you. I forgot to show you this. This was on Instagram Live a couple nights this past weekend. He's actually in training. He does a training camp academy for Black and Brave. That's the Black Craft Wrestling.
Yes.
And it's pretty awesome. It's wild. He helps train a lot of guys, and it's awesome.
Yeah, you hear about the school, Chris, that he has?
Yeah, definitely did. He's been doing a lot of work there trying to churn out some talent.
I know. Mm-hmm. And that's a shout out to one of my friends, Bill. Of course, he Black Craft Wrestling up. He works alongside of them. But yeah.
I forgot about that, man. Yeah, David's friend does work alongside Rollins. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
And that's cool.
That is cool. It is cool that someone like that's working alongside someone with that caliber and and that notoriety in the world of wrestling.
I might have to pop into it in April at WrestleMania weekend. I'm picking on which shows to go to. There's so many shows that weekend.
Excuse me. Yeah, you notice that, Chris? WrestleMania is going to be in the backyard of Mr. David C. Russell, man. And so many promotions.
Lucky.
Yeah. So many damn promotions are basically just going to be trying to, get everyone to put eyes on their product.
They do that every year.
Yeah.
They do that every year. You always get all these wrestling promotions, doesn't matter who it is, ROH, PWG, anybody who's going to try and go out there and throw something together on top of all the local promotions as well. They're going to try and do everything they can around WrestleMania. Remember both times when they've come to Florida, when they did WrestleMania 24 and when they did WrestleMania 33. There was promotions all over the Central Florida area trying to cover all of Orange County just to have any kind of a sniff of the kind of crowd that WWE was pulling for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Now, talking about talent. Oh, go ahead, David. I'm letting this load up here.
I was going to say Game Changer Wrestling is going to blow the roof off of everybody this year. Also, don't forget Clusterfuck. Joey Janela's Spring Break 3 this year. It's hot. I'm going to try to get to that. I'm going to try to go to something like that. I need to go to Clusterfucks, fucked up matches where they bring up all kinds of wrestlers, like they had Kitaro and they got like fucking you name it, old WWF wrestlers, you name it, WCW, you name it, like random people. I don't blue. They don't get paid much.
Now, we were talking about talent in WWE. Okay, all right. Have you guys, Chris, did you check out this week with the backstage segments with the new call-ups from NXT? Did you see how they were used?
I am
I'm
please go
pissed
far
about
somewhere?
heavy machinery. They're making freaking Otis. Are they doing Cletus and Doofus again? Number 2. I'm probably messing that up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Talking about Luke
I know
Gallows.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Are they doing that
It's
again?
horrible now, just because they're doing and it was Festus, by the way.
Festus.
At the end of the day, you have them trying to redrum up old angles and storylines that weren't good then.
Yeah.
What makes you think they're going to be good now? And I feel like, is this supposed to be part of the new wave of what WWE is supposed to be, of when the entire McMahon family and Triple H go out and say that they're taking it back and they're making all these changes and making things happen? Now, granted, I like the fact that they went and actually put Finn Balor in the main event.
Yes.
Or I should say the main event, but for the Universal title against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. But at the end of the day, it's... what are they doing with everybody else? You know, and it seems like it was a day late. Now it also seems like it's $1 short. And I don't like being shortchanged on something I'm trying to invest in, because I'm a subscriber of the WWE Network. Why am I paying $10 a month for crap?
Exactly.
The only thing I watch it for anymore is NXT.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, it's like, I think the most interesting thing that happened this week in WWE is honestly for the fact that I think we have probably about maybe, I would say probably about 1 million, over almost 2 million or more views on that segment with Alexa Bliss. I think we got probably about over 2 million blind teenagers right now, horny teenagers.
Of course. And that's what they're doing is sex sells, and that's an old 90s trick there.
Yeah. Damn. I know.
You know what? Nothing will be edgier than the time they actually decided to try and string up Val Venus and have his penis cut off by a group of Asian gangsters.
Yeah.
That was classic.
Yeah. I know. Val Venus, I choppy, you're pee-pee.
Yep.
Wait. Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
You know what?
Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
I'm secret rude of.
Hey, guess what? I found it. Hey, let's see if I can pull this up here. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull this up. Freaking, what I love about YouTube, ads. How many ads? Ads. Guess what YouTube has? Ads. They got ads.
Hey, did you get an ad?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, dude, this quality sucks.
Is somebody recording?
Yeah,
on
someone.
a TV?
You got someone with the camera on the TV. Hey, check this out. It's like, let me see it. You know what I mean? Let me freaking see it. Choppy. All right, where the hell is it? All right, here we go. Let me pull this up here. All right. Okay, here we go. Raw flashback. Okay, that's not it right there. Where the hell is the choppy PP? Okay.
Choppy.
I like how he's so fixated on finding a choppy pee-pee.
I know. Here we go. You hear that?
Shamrock's sister!
Yeah.
Ladies, listen! Choppy,
Let's hear that again. Ladies, listen!
Oh my goodness.
Chappy, your pee-pee. And you remember Val Venus in the hot tub with Jenna Jameson? Apparently, according to they said that to reports that said that Vince McMahon did not like that. Thought Jenna Jameson wasn't that great. Back in '98, dude, she was freaking smoking. You know, back in 1998, for me, I'm sorry, but back in 1998, hell, I'd give her a money shot.
Wow.
And I did go there.
All right, I just remembered something else. What I know.
What?
Nikki Cross married Killian this week.
Nikki Cross.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nikki Cross
Yep,
got
they had
married.
a Viking wedding.
Oh no! That was Sarah Logan.
No.
Oh, close
but,
enough.
Nikki Cross did marry someone this weekend. One wrestler. I don't know which.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know Sarah Logan got married not too long ago. But did you know this? Aleister Black and Zelina Vega got married a few months ago.
Random.
Yeah. Do you know about that, man?
Sorry, I
Did not know about that.
Yeah. They're a couple. I guess they hooked up in NXT back in the day, man. They did.
Oh, NXT.
But
the old NXT hookups.
But you're gonna love this right here. This article I pulled up right here. Okay, all right. There's a lot of criticism over this week about how the NXT star call-ups, EC3, Lacey Evans, Heavy Machinery, Nikki Cross, had their brief backstage segments. I mean, Cross worked a tag match. Okay, she appeared in a backstage segment with Rey Mysterio on SmackDown. The Wrestling News Observer newsletter coming from WrestlingInc.com reports that Vince McMahon is of the mentality that he just wants people to see the call-ups and their faces on TV. The WWE writers have had to come up with segments where the call-ups are seen in the background. They have not decided on how to use them or what brand they will be on, but Vince wants people seeing them. Damn it, I want them to see EC3, Heavy Machinery. It reminds me of Fetus. Vince reportedly feels that fans will know who the call-ups are once they do come up with a main roster plan for them, believing that most WWE fans don't know who they are already.
Wow. Everett, you know what I'm reading here right here? I'm sure you just said it before to us.
Is that not messed up? Or what?
That is messed up.
That is messed up. What Vince don't think we know who the hell these people are? Why does that guy look like John Cena 2.0? Why is that chick crazy? Did she escape from a mental hospital? Why is Carmen Sandiego in the background back there?
But Everett, you know what? Somebody's making a movie soon.
What the hell? Like Chris, what the hell?
Yeah, that's pretty bad, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, to assume that you're, especially in this day and age of technology and streaming, that you would actually try to assume that they don't know who they are when they're already an extension of your product. Like, that's really just assuming that your audience is dumb.
I know, definitely.
Well, you're excited for something else, Everett.
What?
The new Mortal Kombat movie coming out with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. I wanna touch on that here just in a minute, David. But one thing I want to say is that about Vince, it shows how out of touch he is with him thinking that people don't know who these people are that don't follow NXT. It's like, come on, man, really. It's like, but like David said, people know who Ronda Rousey is, and of course, you heard about her being in the new Mortal Kombat.
Dude, that's like sick. That's gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be super sick.
Mm-hmm. It is. It definitely is. What are you doing?
Hopefully, that'll be actually worth the damn. That'll be the big thing.
Yeah, and my camera froze.
You told me to say bye.
That's epic.
Oh,
Huh?
my
All
God,
right,
look at
you guys have a good night.
Good night, Amanda.
All right.
Good night. Farewell. Thank you for
look at how my
joining us.
camera froze, man. My fucking camera froze.
Well, you better tell it to unfreeze. We in Florida. We don't do that here.
I don't get it. My damn camera froze. You see, like, hey, how you doing? So.
Frozen time. Time be frozen. I don't know. Thank you.
Anyways, while you tried to figure out your life over there with all that action, I've just been sitting here just basking away, working hard, doing all this great stuff for the Podcast City Network because we've been doing so many great and amazing things lately. Including, what is it? David, what's next Saturday? What do they call that event?
They call it the Podcast City Network. Podcast City Network 1 year.
1 year anniversary show. And I tell you what, it's going to be a doozy. We got so much stuff going on. We got Craig Thompson Project coming in, playing some wonderful music for us. We have a lot of our great hosts, like you, David, that are coming in for this event to have live recorded podcasts with a great live audience. And I tell you what, we got a lot of awesome things,
Special guests.
Oh, yes, and special guest, none other than the master of ring music, J.J. McGuire, is going to be coming in.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. And one thing I'm really excited for, too, is that we're going to have some drink specials. We're going to have some food specials. And on top of that, the return of Draft Day. And I'm really excited for that. We haven't had Draft Day in a long time.
Everett, you dead?
I think he died.
I'm trying to get my camera back on right now. So, I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed. My damn camera quit working. It's just I'm gonna throw. It's this fucking Microsoft camera. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Punch it in the face.
Live on Twitch and on Facebook.
Look, I'm still froze. Look at that. Still frozen, man. This is bullshit.
You guys having all kinds of problems over here.
I know. We're going radio style.
He's 101.
If I can't have a camera, no one can have a fucking camera. I'm sorry.
Good guy.
It sucks. I don't have a freaking camera. I don't have a freaking camera.
I think honestly only Mrs. Lee likes to see your face.
I'm getting rid of this damn camera. I'm switching back to another camera. You know?
On you. Oh.
It sucks. It freaking sucks, man. It sucks.
I can see you.
Huh?
I can see me.
I can see me. Yeah. I can see you. I see both of you.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jump
yeah.
in.
Now I can see myself. I can see you. Well, actually, you know what? Dude. Well, no. Let me... Oh, hold on.
Dude, where's my card?
No.
Where's the car, dude?
No, I have an idea. Here we go. Let's see. Got that view. We got that view. That view. No.
Son of a bitch.
Ah. Okay.
Well, you figure out your life. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I figured it out. Okay.
Where's that agreement, man?
Here we go. Here we go.
Cool
all right. There we go. We're going to switch. We're just going to go one camera. That's it. You know?
That's what she said.
One camera.
One camera. One camera.
What? I was doing my best Tarzan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thank God for camera 2. The actual good camera that fucking works. You know?
That's what she said. Anyways, but a big thing though is that we do have this 1 year show coming up, January 26th from 2 p.m. 1 year, January 26th from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. located at 2620 North Woodland Boulevard in beautiful D-Land, Florida at City Limits Tap Room. Make sure that you come out. It's going to be a great time. $8 cover. Of course, we're going to have drink specials, food specials, Craig Thompson Project, live recorded podcast, and our awesome, amazing, wonderful special guest, the master of ring music, J.J. McGuire. I tell you what, it's
of K.
And
yes,
what about the drink special?
Wrestling.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
Right.
That's right, baby.
I tell you what, it's going to be really good though, because one thing I'm looking forward to is the beer special. Oh yes, we have actually not even talked about this yet.
Yeah.
We just keep saying that it's going to be there, but we haven't said what it's going to be until now. So at City Limits Taproom for the Podcast City Network 1 year anniversary show, our drink special will be $2 Kona bottles. So definitely make sure that you come out and for that great price. That's right, $2 Kona bottles at the Podcast City Network 1 year anniversary show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got them up there. I put them up there.
that a special local brew?
Made from Kona Brewing Company. It's actually a larger brew that's made. It's not quite regional or specific to any kind of microbrews around here, but there are a lot of great selections when you come out to city limits. They have not one huge bar, but now 2 full selections of huge draft beers. They ended up putting in more spigots. I think they have upwards of 30 beers now on tap.
Mhm.
Oh, that's amazing.
It
So
is.
it's definitely make sure you come out. They finally brought back one of my favorites, the good old apple pie cider. But definitely make sure you go down there. They have a great sundry selection and a awesome, expansive food menu. Definitely try the grilled cheese.
Oh,
It is
It's
excellent.
awesome.
It is. It is. Fucking grilled cheese is excellent, man. I tried it. I definitely tried it. You know, and people who don't think the grilled cheese is excellent, they're fucking crazy.
And don't forget, good old Honey Jack Daniels will be in the house. Oof, I'm gonna have that little Honey Jack, or Jack Daniels all together.
Well, actually, David, they don't serve liquor. They serve beer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I got you covered, bud.
Oh, damn. That's freaking great. Oh, where's my soundboard?
Guys,
And here, this is music for David's ears.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Let's make a GIF out of that.
Yes! 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 Yes!
All right. That's enough yesing.
hey, there's a special surprise for you guys at
What's that?
City Limits Tap Room for the 1-year anniversary show. So just be there, and you'll see.
I have no
man.
choice but to be there. It's our event.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Me too.
Guys,
Me too. We have no choice, so we have to be there. I mean, with the co-owner of Podcasting Network, the co-owner and / productions, when Mr. Chris Carnage, co-owner / public and talent relations. Of course, you got to be there.
yeah, so you guys are going to have a little surprise there. So be ready.
Oh God!
Better not be a rock.
Reach for the
I have
sky, boy.
I have enough pet rocks.
You know what happens, David, if it's a pet rock? You know, this is what Chris has to say. You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen, Chris?
What's gonna happen?
You know what's gonna happen? You just made the list.
No. You're going to love it, guys. That's all I can say.
Much
Heck yeah.
appreciated. And you know what? It's going to be a great time. I really can't wait. And everybody needs to make sure that they come out. And definitely make sure that you mark your calendars. January 26th from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. And we are going to start off prompt. And hey, if you get there early enough, we're going to have some door prizes. How many I feel like giving away? 1 door prize? 2 door prize? 3 door prize? 4 door prize?
Ooh.
And also,
5 door prizes will be given away. Maybe some more will be given.
6 or 7, maybe a Deathmatch Russell podcast logo T-shirt.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, you never know. That could even be part of one of the giveaways later on in the day. But you never know until you come.
Oh,
Yep.
Never know.
You never know. You never know.
Life's like a box of chocolates, and Mama always said.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be blind.
Oh my God.
Oh,
my
always a
God.
good time.
Onto the City Limits Tap Room. I'm gonna be some awesome podcast. We're gonna have some podcasts live, and I'm gonna drink a lot of beer. Those are
Drinking a lot of beer. You're gonna drink a lot of beer. I'm gonna drink a lot of beer. Everyone's gonna drink a lot
I'm
of
gonna
beer,
drink
though.
a lot of beer.
But I'm not gonna lose my shit. You know.
we're gonna
Can't do that. But But a big thing, though, we have to stay sober enough because there's going to be a lot of really big announcements at this show.
Really big. Really big.
Really big. To the point that it might just change the landscape of how things are. You never know. You never know. Never know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, definitely make sure you're going to be there. Catch all the great announcements that we have going on, all the great things we have for this upcoming year. Because you know what? Podcast City Network might be young, but we're making shit happen.
Yeah, we definitely are making stuff happen, and all the shows that's on the network, we definitely do love everything that they do, and they're just great. They're great.
Keep on rolling.
Apparently, Jade knows what it is. What do you know that we don't know?
Oh, don't
She
say
might. She might not. Who knows?
Yeah,
I haven't told her anything though.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell's been leaking information. We need to plug it.
Not me.
Yeah, we need to plug that shit. We need to.
If you have surprises, let us know.
What is she just pulling her chain? She knows. What do you know that we don't know?
She's pretty good at pulling chains. Remember, she does control the Phoenix Gate.
Yeah. She does.
Wow.
I'll never tell. You know what? You probably know what's going on, but you don't.
I don't.
You don't. I hate to burst that bubble, but you don't, because
much going on.
you probably heard some stuff, but you're just gonna have to be there next week, and you're gonna have to see. Yeah, we're not that far off, man. Well, on next week. God dang, man. Freaking next week, 1 year anniversary.
1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
Friday. Saturday. 1 year. 1 year.
You know what I gotta say? It is. You know, when Everett Lee walks in there to Podcast City Network 1 year anniversary, you'll know it's me, because I'll be walking and I'll be like,
You'll be exactly like that.
Rocky?
yeah. I may have a
33 and a third chance.
if I make it through the freaking through the thing. I'm gonna be busy. You know, Chris, both you and I are gonna be busy with this, because I'll be running production on the shows that's gonna be there. That's gonna be part of the 1 year anniversary. We're gonna be running around. We're gonna be doing stuff, and basically we'll have enough time to basically say, "Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Let me get back over here. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming," because that's basically all we're gonna be doing. You know, probably won't have much time.
Hey, how you doing? You let talent relations and public relations take care of the hi, how you doings. We just make sure that David C. Russell keeps bringing me beer. That way, I can still tolerate them all.
I'll be my bear.
Damn.
That might even start Friday night. You didn't even know it. Ooh, at a certain place. At a certain bar in town. Ooh.
Certain ones.
Bar.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
That's right. One bar that we might be checking out. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Yep.
People don't know it. It's Jimmy Hart.
About the South, Jimmy Hart.
Tiki bar restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not far from my house. Not far from my house. Chris and I's been over there. You would love it. Chris, tell Mr. Deathmatch Russell here about Jimmy Hart's place.
Oh, it's been there for a little while. It's a great place. They got a great assortment of all kinds of different memorabilia and collectibles that adorn every square inch of Jimmy Hart's Tiki Bar and Lounge, and it is great, whether it be figures or old posters or old wrestling boots or the good old microphone itself or even a championship belt. Tell you what, it's great stuff, and we always go in there. We'll sit down. Jimmy Hart is one of the nicest, kindest humans there is. Such a great person. Will talk to anybody. Does not care who you are.
Yeah.
And I still remember one of the most memorable moments of my life is being able to sit down watching Raw with Jimmy Hart. Me sitting down right in front of the TV at the Tiki Bar and Lounge, and Jimmy Hart pulling a chair up right next to good old Chris Carnage and popping a squat. And every few minutes hitting me, saying, "Hey, baby, did you see that pop that crowd gave? Man, they on fire tonight, baby." And it's just like, man, you're a damn WWE Hall of Famer talking to me about wrestling. I loved every moment of it. Trying to pick his brain and just having great conversation. Still one of the most memorable moments.
That's gonna be fun to talk to him.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is. He's such a great guy, man. He is such a great guy.
Talk about tag teams and all who he's managed, man, like Brutus and Honky Tonk Man and the Hammer. It's like
I'm a honky tonk man.
just remember, it's JJ's music, baby.
It's JJ.
Isn't it? Yeah.
What honky tonk? Yeah, they both collaborated.
They both did
it.
it.
Yeah, they both did it.
Them both did.
Yeah, they both did. Yep.
They done both did, baby.
They
Make
did.
sure we play like that, but during the night sometime.
I did.
But
I'm trying to pull something up here so I can actually show. It's like one of my best and favorite moments of in my life. Something that I will never probably experience again. Again.
Oh.
Oh my God. I got so many damn pictures. Oh, here's one of my favorites right here. Let me pull this up here. Screenshot this. Right there. It's me, Mr. Jim Cornette, right there. Mr. Jim Cornette, back of July this year. And if you notice, I don't got my poster in the background. It's because my daughter basically got over here and went, boom, boom, and the thing fell and broke.
No.
Yes.
That's no
Yeah.
bueno.
Yeah, it was right here. Yeah, she fucking broke it. She went over there, and my mom was like, "Get away!" And all of a sudden, she's like, and it went. It broke.
Children!
I found it laying on my desk. Yeah, it sucked. I found it laying right on my desk. I was like, "Are you kidding me, man? Are you freaking kidding me?" I was like, "This bullshit, BS."
It's donkey shit.
Oh God! Oh wow! I shared that. Are you kidding me? Hey, check this out, Chris, David.
What's that?
This is my daughter taking her first steps. Damn. Back last year, February 15th, right before she turned 1. Look at that. Her first steps, learning how to walk.
Man, always a monumental moment.
I know, that was. I had to share it. I forgot about that. Look at that. There she goes, taking her steps. Learning how to walk, man. Learning how to walk. Now she runs all over the damn place.
Yep, and now you wish you wouldn't walk.
Yeah. Yep.
Know that feeling, brother.
I know. Oh my God, there's so many pictures and stuff on here. Okay, I'm getting closer. Almost there. Oh, there's one picture. Awesome. Here we go. It's getting there. It is getting there. Here we are, baby. We coming right up, baby. Damn, I went all the way back. I went back, baby.
Hey, you went back, baby.
Yes, I did.
Making that magic happen, baby.
I did. I went all the way back. I'm even going back further. I'm almost there. Hell, I seen Sean Phoenix stuff we did back on Everett Lee. Damn.
Man,
it's awesome how far back you can go. No wonder trolls like to go back and make and destroy people's lives.
Good stuff.
Oh my God.
Here.
Oh my God.
Check this out.
There it is. I found it.
Look, there's a classic picture. See if you
Very
know-
nice.
What's that, David?
If you know who that guy is right there.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm looking up. Steve Carino.
Oh,
And that's
nice.
Harley Lewis.
There's one for you.
Ah, there we go. There we go. There's your Jimmy picture. I remember that, man. Damn.
Remember the tag team, Chris?
Yeah.
You remember this tag team?
Ooh, damn. This
Very
is almost 2 years ago right here. Check this out. I got it right here. I'm going to screenshot it. Check this out. There we are. There we are. Me in the mouth of the South watching SmackDown Live. That was back 2017 right there. Me in my Van Halen shirt. You know, it was cool. Jimmy commented on that. He said, that's an awesome shirt you're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's seen them and got to meet them and talk with them with Van Halen.
Look at that old school Public Enemy. Man,
Look at that.
Throwing it back.
that's old school.
Man, tell you what, taking it down memory lane tonight.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's
super
freaking
flaw.
great. It's freaking great.
And the real Patriot. The other one.
Yeah. But I love that, man. I love that picture right there of me and Mr. Jimmy Hart there. That was freaking great. I love it. I'll never forget that moment right there.
That is Eddie Guerrero versus Nova.
You were there?
Yeah.
No way.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Heck yeah. That's pretty awesome. That is. Well, do we have anything else that we want to...
I think... Well, you know, there is something we should talk about, and I know we've probably said it at least 1 million times. It's that January 26th from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. You need to come down to City Limits Tap Room in beautiful D-Land, Florida,
Hey, guys.
for the Podcast City Network
Joe's
1 year
smile.
anniversary.
Yes, you definitely do. You definitely do. January 26th from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. $8 cover at the door. City Limits Tap Room in DeLand, Florida. Live music, the Craig Thompson Project. Food, drink specials, prize giveaway, huge announcements, and live podcasts from the Everett Lee Show, Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast, Super Radio Brothers, Second Rounds, Florida Edition, the Phoenix Gate Podcast, and much, much more at the Podcast City Network 1 year anniversary. And our special guest at the event will be the true master of wrestling ring music, Hurricane JJ McGuire, composer of great theme songs from WWF era, the Federation years, all the way with WCW. And he composed a lot of great songs and themes for wrestlers over the years with Jimmy Hart. And also, don't forget our drink specials. $2 Kona bottles with wristband. You will get, with a wristband, you will get $2 Kona bottles. And that is at the 1 year anniversary of Podcast City Network on January 26th from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. $8 cover at the door. Live music, food, drink specials, prize giveaways, huge announcements, and much, much more. All brought to you by the shows and the content of Podcast City Network. And you can find more of them over on podcastcity.net. And be sure to hit them up on Facebook, Podcast City Network, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net. Well, do anybody else have anything else they need to say before we close?
No.
I think that's all I got.
David, he's like, no. Is he wore out listening to me to talk? No.
That's a wrap.
No. David, is it a wrap?
That's right. Hey, remember, David's the host tonight.
Oh, yeah,
I love that. I love that. You know what, man? I want to give a shout out to Tony Rodriguez. I know.
Definitely.
We were probably, I think we might have been his first interview tonight. You know, he was probably a little bit nervous though, but you know what, man? It's all good. It's all good. He gave us a good laugh tonight. Good guy, really good guy.
Oh yeah.
And before we do close, Chris, I do want to plug his merchandise, which
for
you
sure,
can find.
Definitely check out Morphtee.
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 You could definitely find it on Podcast City Network right here, which you can check out on the shop section. Podcast City Network with featured apparel. Morphtee apparel collection by Tony Rodriguez. We had him on earlier at the beginning of the program tonight. If you tuned in, if not, you can always go back on the replay of ELS Uncut and check it out. He has created Morphtee. Are you ready? Let's put it on. Introducing Morphtee, a comfortable and lightweight 100% polyester t-shirt with illustrated morph characters that, when worn, will make the illustrator seam come to life. The shirt has a kick-ass design, but is made of a fine cotton yard of super silky feel. So now, who's ready? You're ready. Get one and let's put one on. If you'd like to check more out of Tony Rodriguez's work, you can see his full-on apparel on teesprings.com. Questions can be sent to him on MorphTeeShirts at gmail.com. But be sure to head over to podcastcity.net on the shop tab right there and check out his apparel, and in the future for much, much more apparel on Podcast City Network shop section on the website. And I think that's it. What do you guys think?
I think that's it. But definitely make sure that you check out all things Chris Carnage, just because, oh yeah, I guess I can let this go. I'll be having author, rapper, and former professional wrestler Jeff Yeager on the show come the weekend, February 2nd. So definitely make sure you check out the day before the Super Bowl for the next episode of The Chris Carnage Show.
Yes. David, your podcast again. Promote it.
I think he's wild right now.
I know. We give so much animosity and so much charisma. He's bleeding from it. He don't know how to take it in. It's like Legend of Zelda. We just handed him the Triforce. Go ahead.
Yeah, get a sip of Starbucks. Hold on.
All right. Yeah. There, guys. But what? I went over it before, but you want me to go over it again?
Dude,
Yeah.
you won't.
Yeah, plug it. You know what? Like Vince Russo. This is the Vince Russo effect. Here's a live microphone. 45 seconds. Impress us.
You know what?
Go.
I'll take this microphone off the stand for once. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, and stay tuned, fans, for After Dark Pro Wrestling, because Death to Match Russell podcast, alongside Podcast City Network, February 1st. Stay tuned for the podcast with me, Deathmatch Russell, David C. Russell, of course, and Everett Lee of Podcast City Network. And Chris Carnage might be joining us, so stay tuned for our interview with Chad Mines, the owner of After Dark Wrestling, and much, much more. And I'll be plugging away once more for this Tuesday night, live on the Deathmatch Russell podcast. My guest, the one and only John Wayne Murdoch of the Rejects, will be on the Deathmatch Russell podcast at 8 p.m. Tune in, fans.
Tune in. Thank you.
And one more plug. Or two more plugs. How about two more? We're going to go
Okay.
for two.
Go for it.
I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, fans, boys and girls, children of all ages, don't forget to come down to Florida this next Saturday night, support a lot of local talent, talented people on the microphone. As such, one Deathmatch Russell podcast will be live at City Limits Tap Room in DeLand, Florida, alongside Everett Lee, with Chris Carnage, and plenty of talent, plenty of podcasters on the panel. So stay tuned, and live music, and our special guest, JJ McGuire. Thank you, and have a good night. But one more thing, where can you find your collar and elbow merchandise? That's right. Check out. Use the promo code Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Save 10% off your purchases and click on the link, collar and elbow.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Awesome. Guess what you get for that? I'm about to choke up, man. You got me, David. That's it. ELS Uncut. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, David. And thank you to our guest tonight, Tony Rodriguez from Morphtee. And that is it. And my fucking camera went out. But you know what? That camera, I'm going to shoot it down and throw it away because I'm going to get another one probably after the 1 year show. But this is ELS Uncut. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everyone. And thank you for listening to ELS Uncut on Podcast City Network. We'll see you again next week or in 2 weeks for another episode of ELS Uncut. We're going to probably be talking about the aftermath of the Podcast City Network 1 year anniversary on ELS Uncut Unfiltered. That's right. So we'll see you again in 2 weeks. ELS Uncut. Adios. Peace. Look at that ugly mug.
Don't talk to me like that.
I know. It sucks. And we're signing off. Goodbye.